everyone, I am Cerda, and in this video we will talk about the attack of the Japanese to Pearl Harbor, Hawaii and then the Philippines. On December 7, 1941, a pivotal moment in history unfolded as Japanese forces launched a surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet, stationed at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This attack marked the United States' entry into World War II and had found consequences for the course of the war and the world. As we all know, Japan and the United States are allies in World War I. So, how did things turn bad between them? It all started in oil. The US was trying to stop Japan's global expansion by passing economic sanctions against Japan, including trade embargoes on aircraft exports, oil and scrap metals, and other goods that are necessary for Japan's expansionist ambition. In May 1940, the United States had made Pearl Harbor the main base for its Pacific Fleet. As Americans did not expect the Japanese to attack first, they left Pearl Harbor relatively undefended. On the other hand, Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto spent months planning an attack to destroy the Pacific Fleet and destroy the morale of the US Navy so that they would not be able to fight back as Japanese forces began to advance on the targets across the South Pacific. On December 7, 1941, under the command of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, a fleet of 6 aircraft carriers launched a surprise aerial assault on the United States Pacific Fleet stationed at Pearl Harbor. At about 8 a.m., the attack began. The skies were filled with Japanese fighter planes, torpedo bombers, and dive bombers. The Pearl Harbor attack looked like a success for Japan. Its bombers hit all 8 US battleships, destroyed and damaged more than 300 aircraft, and killed 2,400 American soldiers, including civilians, at Pearl Harbor. But the Pearl Harbor attack had failed in its objective to completely destroy the Pacific Fleet. The Japanese bombers missed oil tanks, ammunition sites, and repair facilities, and not a single U.S. aircraft carrier was present during the attack. In June 1942, this failure came to haunt the Japanese, as United States forces scored a major victory in the Battle of Midway, decisively turning the tide of the war in the Pacific. The day after the assault, President Franklin D. Roosevelt asked the Congress to address the declaration of war against the Japanese Empire. The attack thrust the U.S. into World War II, galvanizing the nation's resolve and sparkling massive mobilization effort. While the attack on Pearl Harbor was ongoing, the Japanese also initiated a coordinated assault on the Philippines. Our country, the Philippines, was an American colony at the time and was seen as a strategic target due to their proximity to Japan's intended expansion in Southeast Asia. Japanese forces under the command of General Masaharu Homma commenced their invasion of the Philippines on December 8, 1941, just hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor. The American and Filipino defenders led by General Douglas MacArthur faced overwhelming odds and were poorly equipped for the ensuing battle. Despite the heroic resistance of the Filipinos and Americans, the Japanese made swift progress. Overwhelmed and outnumbered, General Douglas MacArthur made the difficult decision to retreat to Bataan Peninsula and then to the island of Corregidor, where they continued to resist the Japanese forces. The Philippines fell to Japanese control in May 1942 after a grueling 5-month campaign. General Douglas MacArthur left the Philippines on May 17, 1942, then vowed, "I shall return," that gave hope to the Filipinos.